Alrighty guys, good morning. Madman Mondello coming at you live from the Garden Garage here in beautiful Alabama. The day before T-Day. I'm going to eat our turkey and like it too. And then we're going to wind up on the living room couch with our hands down our pants looking at the TV, you know, which is typical standard stuff. Anyway, alright. Got a live stream here for two consoles here, alright. Mr. Brian Crenshaw and Mr. Bradley Peppin. Now Bradley, he's purchased several consoles from me. I mean, several. I mean, I've looked at the log. I'm like, holy mackerel, man! How many consoles you need? Anyway, he decided to purchase this console. He wanted a Star Wars Special Edition. He wanted remote LEDs, okay, which we did. Okay, we did the ROL for him in the colors that he wanted. And this is a 2 terabyte model. Okay, now it's up on the line servers. Got Purge on it. You also have BO2 MW3 Ghost Advanced Warfare Offhosts, College Football Revamped version 15 with the auto updater on it. Okay, and pretty much she's good to go. Alright, she's locked, cocked, and ready to rock. So, tell you what, I'm going to fire this thing up. And yes, it makes the funny freaking noises, okay, because it is a true Star Wars console. Alright? Sometimes people put a regular motherboard in these things because the original motherboard died, and it's like, you know, no, you don't do that. That's sacrilege. So anyway, you got your remote lighting on here, okay? Tell you what, I'll turn off this light for effect right here. Let's see how dark we can get it in here. Okay, yeah, it's pretty dark. Okay, all right, can't see. All right. So anyway, you got red, you got green, blue, yellow, orange, really dark orange, super dark orange, okay? And then you got cyan and purple and another form of purple and green and white and all that kind of good stuff. And then we put it on auto and it'll cycle through 326 modes of pure color, which you can actually smell the colors, eat the colors if you're tripping on acid. Alright, so anyway, alright, RGH 1.2 method used here. Alright, and as you can see, we're up and we're online. Now this has got the updated Aurora on it, so let me sync up this controller here. Alright, and what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll go through this thing, okay? So, we'll start off with the Xbox 360 section here. Alright, now we start off with the dashboard, okay? Now as you can see, we've got a bunch of titles on there, okay? And they all include, of course, the banner and everything. So if we go through them, you know, we got Alice, Aliens, Angry Birds, Army of Two, Battlefield Bad Company, Bioshock 2. Yeah, it's nice to have all the banners and the actual synopsis on there now. You know, boys pushed out the update and everything for this thing, so now everything is working the way it should be working, and it's also a little bit more refined, and it acts a little bit more responsive actually, which is really cool. So as you can see, you know, you got all your stuff on there, and we go through. You got a bunch of stuff on here, okay? I mean, it is fully loaded. There is a lot of titles. I think there's 392 titles altogether. You know, so you got some Guitar Hero, some Halo, you know, Batman, Lego, all kinds of stuff. Lollipop Chainsaw Massacre, you gotta have that. That's a must-have, okay? Mass Effect Trilogy, Midnight Club. I mean, there's more stuff. Mortal Kombat versus DC. You got this freaking whatever the freak that is, you know. And then you know, NBA Jam, and of course you got your college football revamp for Ncaa 14 on there. Ninja Blade, PGR, PopCap Collection. You know, so on and so on. And it just goes on and on and on until finally we'll get to the W here, okay? You got two different versions of this. That's it. That title's, the way the artwork is, it's just, that's what it downloads. You got the arcade version and you got the original version. You know, so on and so forth. And just a ton of stuff, alright? A lot of wrestling on there. All kinds of good stuff, okay? So, then you have your Xbox Live Arcade, alright? So you got a bunch of Live Arcade on here, okay? And then, of course, you have your homebrew section where your tools reside. You have a bunch of indie games on there. And then, of course, you got classic games on there, original Xbox games that play, alright? Some of them have title artwork, some of them don't. There's nothing I can do about that. Alright, and of course you have your emulators, okay? You've got Super Nintendo, NES emulator, Game Boy Advance, Sega, MAME, back to Super Nintendo, back to NES, okay? Over 8,000 ROMs on there. Alright, and we're going to show all, which shows everything, and of course, we'll flip back to Xbox 360. Let's see here. Let me find the dashboard here somewhere around here. Wait a minute. See, it's over here. Yeah, here we go. There it is. Okay, so we'll make sure that we're up and online and live. There we are. Good. Got it. Okay, and as you can see, it's up, it's online, it's live. Our beautiful eyeball pleasing HUD. Over in our fifth tab, we got our advanced warfare cheats, BO2 cheats, ghost cheats, and modern warfare 3 cheats. Okay? Dorian, what's happening, man? Good to see you, brother. Hope you're having a good one. You ready? Logan, what's happening, man? Good morning, good morning. Hope you guys are getting ready for T-Day. I know I am. I had to hang a 75-inch TV over my fireplace. That was really cute, let me tell you. I had to build a mount for the damn thing. It was horrible. Okay, and then lifting it up was not no fun either. Okay. It sucked. Now I gotta put an old workbox in because I gotta plumb it for the electrical and the Ethernet and all that because it's one of those smart TVs. Okay, you know, one of them things. Anyway, okay, so you got your cheats here. To disable, hit A. To enable, hit A. It's pretty easy. Okay, no big deal. And pretty much you're good to go. All right, so Bradley, listen, thank you for your repeat business. Okay, I really do appreciate it, man. You have bought a lot of consoles from me. I've done a lot of them for you. I don't know what you're doing with them. Either you're collecting them, you're eating them, or you're sleeping with them. I don't know what. Okay? Ooh, let's see. Tonight I want to have the Gears of War edition. Ooh, I'm into that bondage stuff, okay? You know, maybe I want to get shot in the face, okay? You know what the hell. All right? But anyway, Bradley, listen, thank you so much for your repeated business, man. It is really, really appreciated, okay? Got a 1-year warranty on this thing. All right? So if God forbid something happens, you know, just message. It's all good. Like I said, it's got new drives and they all have new hard drives in them. I don't use used ones. And like I said, it's an original Star Wars console. So there you go. All right, and your remote will send that with you in the package with the instructions, just in case you need to have destructions or whatever, you know. And I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, now that we're done with good old Bradley. Yes, that makes some funny sounds. I love that. Listen to it. Listen. Yeah, you gotta love that. Okay. I know someone's cringing in the background right now going, ah! Anyway. Okay. Mr. Brian Crenshaw. Okay, now Brian, he purchased the console off the website from us too, as well. Okay. And this one here, this one is a stock slim. Okay, well, not stock. I shouldn't say that. It's an RGH 1.2. All right, I got a 250 gig drive, and it's just your standard slim setup. Okay, pretty much good to go. And we'll fire this thing up. It doesn't make funny noises. Damn it. Okay, I'm gonna make them all have funny noises. Okay, and RGH 1.2, as you can see, boots up real good, no problems. You know, RGH 1.2 is just wonderful. Thanks to Josh Davidson. Made my life way easy, thankfully. All right, the only problem is picking at that PLL, man. And sometimes they bury it so deep, it's like you got to sit there with a pair of tweezers going pick. You know, like ooh. All right. So anyway, as you can see, we booted up. Life is good. All right, and we'll go ahead. We'll hit the dashboard here. Okay, now look. All right, we start off with Xbox 360. Now this has got a little bit less titles on it, okay, because you can only cram so much in a 5-gallon pail, if you know what I'm saying, okay? You know, your Gears of War, your Black Ops, Halo, Ncaa Football 14, Red Dead Redemption, Resident Evil, your Battlefields, all that stuff. It's all there, okay? It's a blast. And you can put an external drive on this thing. I am going to do a video, okay, on Aurora itself, okay? Sleeping weekend. Yes, wire, wrap wire, all kinds of good stuff. I'm going to tie... Did you ever get tied up in this stuff right here? This stuff is freaking dangerous, man. Okay, it goes everywhere. It's like really thin, single-stranded wire, and it's like, ugh. It sucks. Anyway, I'm going to do a video on Aurora, on a lot of the stuff, how to use it and everything. I did one before. It was kind of, I did it a while ago, and it was, it covered some stuff, but it didn't cover everything. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Aurora and I'm going to cover everything, including how to set up Link on it and all that, so that way then you guys can play, with Link and all that kind of good stuff, because, like I said, there's a lot to take advantage of with these things, just people don't know it, and nobody says anything about it, they hardly ask or whatever, and it's weird. And some people, they use it, some people, they don't, some people use Xbox Live, some people use Link. It all depends on your preference and what you like, Like I said, it's very versatile, and there's a lot of things that you can do with it, so, there you go. Including stuff it up, never mind. All right, so anyway, Yeah, Xbox Live Arcade. Yeah, we got a ton of Live Arcade on there as well. All right, as you can see. Then, of course, you have your homebrew section where your tools reside. Your classic games. Okay, you got a couple classic games on there. Tony Hawk's Underground, Halo 2. All right, then you got some indie games on there. You got emulators on there. You got Game Boy Advance, Sega, MAME, Super Nintendo, FCE, NES emulator. Over 8,000 ROMs on there. We'll bring it back to the Xbox 360. We'll hit the dashboard and make sure she gets up and running. Which, there you are. Very good. You're good. And we're up. We're online. We're live with a good GtaV. We'll go ahead. We'll hit the guide button. In your fifth tab, you have your Advanced Warfare, BO2, Ghosts, and Modern Warfare 3 cheats. Okay, to disable A, enable A. Very easy. You make someone's day very miserable in those games with those cheats. I'm telling you right now, they are evil, vicious stuff. All right. But however, though, what I am going to do too, I might as well do this. Okay, listen. All right. What happens? Oh, smoking weed and drinking. Okay, good for you, Logan. That sounds like a good weekend. Actually, it'll go back to the post office, and you'll be able to they'll leave a note on your door, and then you'll be able to go down there and pick it up and sign for it. No big deal. You know, I just have to have it signed for, so that way I know it got there safely and that you got it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to just leave it on a porch and then someone comes along, grabs it, and then you're like going, I never got my RGH. Well, that's because someone stole it off your freaking porch, you know? Which would kind of suck, all right? So, you know, that's the reason why I have them signed for, man. All right? But, yeah, they'll just take it back to the post office and just, you know, leave it there. All right. Now, a couple people have asked me, you know, about, you know, bypass mode and all that. Bypass mode is just simply bypasses the plugins in Dash Launch, all right? If you go to Dash Launch, all right, let me show you something here, okay? If you go into Dash Launch, okay, right? Now, Dash Launch, there it is, all right? These are the plugins that are running, okay? And we don't need this one anymore either. We don't need the Aurora Crash Patcher because Aurora fixes that. You know, it disables it anyway, but still, you know, you got an empty plugin now that you can put something else in, okay? You can also use XDRCP. XDRPC for extra plugins as well. All right, but anyway, you just go ahead and we'll save that anyway. That way, then I don't forget. All right, but okay. Now, if we go through this thing, all right, there's your plugins right there. Okay, so you know, I mean, basically, it just bypasses the plugins. All right, and what it will do, it will turn on when you go into bypass mode. It will turn on XHTTP. It will turn on Live Block and Live Strong as well. All right, so you know, I mean. When you go into bypass mode, remember you're not going to be able to get on the network. Okay, so we'll go ahead. We'll back out of here. All right, and I'm going to show you what bypass mode is. Okay, you can also use it instead of removing the hard drive when you power the system on for the first time. You can use power and eject, and it'll bypass the plugins again. Then you can set it up on your network without having to remove the hard drive. Okay, there's going to be a startup setup video for you guys to watch. All right, you know, and I mean, you know, and it goes through a lot of stuff, also about Dash Launch and all that kind of good stuff. So, you know, please watch that video. I'm going to send it to you in your emails with your links to this video on YouTube and all that. And then, you know, you're going to get a tracking number because they're going to get shipped out today. But anyway, okay, I'm going to go through bypass mode with you guys, so that way then you know what, where, how, and who. All right, XBLA, okay, Xbox Live Arcade. In order to play the full versions, you got to be in bypass mode. All right. In order to play classic games, you have to be in bypass mode. All right. Now, if you look, all right, we have a server here. Okay, as you can see, you got a fancy guide and all that kind of good stuff. Okay, that comes from Alliance. That's from the Alliance plugin and plugin too. All right. Well, we have to bypass that in order to make this thing work with the old games and the XBLA. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to power this thing off. All right. Now, bypass mode is very, very simple. All you got to do is hit power, eject. Leave the tray hanging out. Aurora will automatically suck it in once it boots. Okay? Now, once it boots, then what's going to happen is it's going to suck the tray in, and we're going to go directly to Aurora. All right? Now, I'm going to show you the subtle differences that you're going to see, okay, when this thing boots up, which it just did, of course. So now we're going to go ahead. It should make it to Aurora now. And then, yep, there goes the tray. All right, and we're good. Okay, so it processed through, and right now we're running in bypass mode. Okay, bypass mode, if you look at the guide, it is now gray. It is now the Aurora guide, okay, as you can see. You're not linked to a server, you're not linked to any of that stuff, okay? So, you know, I mean, you can't get online or anything like that with this thing in bypass mode. So now, what we're going to do here, all right, is we'll go ahead, We'll go to Xbla, all right? And let's see here. We can do, yeah, Soul Calibur. Okay? Now, Soul Calibur, it'll start up. There you go. And this will be the full version of Soul Calibur. It will not be a demo or anything like that. All right? So it's loading. Life is good. That's going to load. Shiny little sword. Yes. Kind of looks like the Halo sword. Okay? And there you are. All right? So there's nowhere you can, that this is a demo here. Okay? It's a full game. All right? And you can play the game, no problem. Everything works right on it, Load profile up. Okay? Play the game. There you are. Hit the hard drive. And off it goes. Okay? So as you can see, there it is. There's the full game. Okay? Now, what we'll do, we'll get out of that. And yes. All right. Now, for original games, okay, the original Xbox games. All right. We'll go on over. And let's see here. Your classic games, okay? So if you want to play a classic game, all right? All you got to do is just hit it. You'll see the Xbox logo start up and all that kind of good stuff. And then it should run the game. In which, there it is. Okay? And the game is running. Life is good. So on and so forth. Here's a little eyeball. Good deal. Thug 2. And there you have it. Alright. And as you can see, and there it is. There's the full game right there. Alright. So that's how you play classic games. And yeah. Whenever you pull up on a classic game and you pull up the guide, it's going to fatal crash. On some games it does, some games it doesn't. It ain't going to hurt anything. It's just going to kick you right back to Aurora. Okay? That's just how it works. Don't know why it does that. There's some point in where something is calling something at the same time that thing is, and it's just, no. Power PCs don't like that. So, needless to say, it's a memory management issue, but it's not a big deal, because it ain't going to hurt anything, and you can play the full game with no problems. Just don't pull up the guide in the middle of playing the game, because if you don't pull up the guide, that's what's going to happen, okay? But you can still play the game, all right? Just so you know, all right? So, anyway, listen. Thank you so much for your business, Brian. I would greatly do appreciate it, all right? And we're going to ship this off this afternoon, and you'll have a tracking number, all right? So, guys, listen, you'll have a good one and be safe. I'm going to holler at you later, okay? I got a bunch of work. I got computer stuff. NetISO is definitely a serious thing. I mean, it is very, very good. I mean, there's a couple versions that were given out to certain people, and they really is good. Now, mind you, the point is that you can even if you set it up right, you can put it on a router actually, that has a USB connection, and you can set it up as a network storage device, and then you can get to it through a router, and that's really cool, If you wanted to do it where you set it up on the on your computer, you can get a regular laptop, just something cheap or whatever. I mean, hell, you can get one of those microcomputers or whatever, and plug the USB drive in and run NetISO on it, and you can run games right from the hard drive without even having the games on the damn thing. So of course the storage limit now is gone, because you can put a friggin' 16 terabyte drive on it and load the damn thing and play whatever you want at your heart's content. So NetISO is really cool. And they're working on a later version of it, which it's not going to have a wonky interface anymore or anything like that. So it should be good. Should be real good. I'm looking forward to that. But anyway, guys, listen. You all have a good one and be safe. I'm gonna holler at you later. Okay? I got a bunch of consoles I got to get out now. So you all take it easy, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay? Have a great day. All right, and I'm gonna have another stream probably a little bit later on, and also have a happy Thanksgiving, okay? And be safe and be kind. Remember to drink, have fun, put your hand down your pants, and watch football. Okay? You all have a good one. Holler at you later, guys. Take it easy.